Welcome to the video tutorial for Briggs Freeman Sotheby's International Realty. This is a sample of the video tutorials that I plan to set up. This is a rough sample, so I'll run through one of them and show you how this would work. For the purpose of this training, we're going to use the trifold brochures. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on Product Studio from your main login page at the member site. This is the home page of the member site once you log in. So on the right side here we'll click Product Studio, otherwise known as Express Docs, and we're going to go ahead and maximize this window because this is the main window we're going to be using. You'll see you've got Start a New Order, plus you have all along the border here on the left each one of the products that you can create, and this is primarily for your print documents. Anything that you're going to print, mail out, brochures, etc. So what we're going to do though is we're going to click on Start a New Order. You can just as easily use the left column, but if you click on Start a New Order you'll get kind of a preview here of what each one of these are. These are all your postcards, and we're going to go down to what you would use to market yourself as an agent, and one of those is the trifold brochure, also known as the Associate Series. So we'll click on that, and that'll show us all our options there. There are 4 templates, 2 which are mailable, 2 which are not. The one thing is, you'll notice the difference between these two, actually these 2 columns, is one is black background and one is blue background. On this particular item it doesn't matter which one you can click because you can change it later if you change your mind. So we'll click on the Associate, Mailable. This gives us kind of a rundown of how it's set up. You got the front, the back, and the rates for mailed or just printed and shipped to you. So we're good with this. We decide this is the one we're going to use, so we'll scroll back down, click Next. And here we are going to name the order. Now it's important to name the order in a manner in which you can recognize what it is when you see it, because when you go back to revisit it, to use it again, it's not really going to show you a preview unless you open it. So we're going to create a name. We're going to name this Derek Gustafson, and we're going to name it Trifold so that we know that that's the one we're using. So we've got our name, and we need to come down and check our contact information. So right here where you have all your contact information, first time you use Express Docs, you're going to have to enter in your information. Here's where you're going to check everything. Make sure your name's right. Enter your name, the brokerage, Sotheby's International Realty, phone number, any other contact information you would want to have on there, email address, website, etc. And if you come down here and you click Save as Default, then every time that you go to use any of the tools in Express Docs, it will already have this information auto-populated on there, so you won't have to keep entering it. So we're going to save that as default. We'll click Update. You also want to make sure that your return address and your office address is correct as well. You know, as all mailers go, you get a lot of addresses that aren't accurate, so you want to know which ones those are so you can take them off your list. So next we come down and we're going to have to upload a headshot. So what we'll do is, most of you won't have a headshot already uploaded, so I'll go ahead actually and delete this one so we don't even have that option, and show you how that's going to work. So you've got the option to upload up to 3 headshots. So what we're going to do is we're going to click one, and we'll go to our pictures section, and then we're going to scroll down to a folder I have set up specifically for this, and we're going to click on our headshots, and I'm getting new ones because I don't like mine, so I'm going to use Kim's for this. So we'll double click it. There's the link to it, and you always want to name your pictures because again, some areas of the system is difficult to preview them. So you want to name it something you can remember. If you're using a color headshot and a black and white headshot, you want to label it so that you can tell which one it is. So I'm just going to label this one Kim Pick, and then we'll click Upload, and it brings us back to the same screen. There it is, and it gives our quality right there as well. You want to make sure all of your pictures have a quality of medium or higher, because when you do these print documents, a lot of them are blown up, and if the photo quality is not there, they're not going to look very good. So we're going to scroll down our drop menu. We've only uploaded one, so we're going to select that one for our headshot. And now we need to upload some photos for the brochure. We don't have any set up, so if you have previous orders, if you've done this previously, you can retrieve the pictures from those orders. But for most people, this is going to be the first time they use it, so we're going to click on Upload New Photos. You can upload to 10 in this section, even though it only needs 4. But it's good to upload a few more, so that way you can play around with it easily and see what works best. So we're just going to use a couple of stock photos for this. And we'll click this one. This is a high-rise. So we're going to name it high-rise. Again, you want to make sure that you name the picture in a way that you can tell what it is from the name, because a lot of places you won't be able to preview it, especially when you're setting it up in your drop-down. So we've got a high-rise there, and let's see. We'll just add a couple of photos here. And once we've added all the photos that we want to use, we click Upload. Same as the headshot, it will bring you back to the main page. Scroll down, and there are photos we uploaded. Now, you'll see I upload a couple that are low quality on purpose, and I'll show you why here in a second. Each one of these will rank based on the size of the file. It's important to use the original photos whenever you're doing something that's associated with a print document. The reason being is if you were to go pull it off the MLS, pull it off of Tempo from your listing, that's a downsized photo, and it's not going to have the resolution that's required for printing. So you always want to use the originals. If you have somebody else on a different computer that is doing this for you, it might be best to send them the photos either on a disk or on a thumb drive, because the file size is going to be too large to email. So we've got our photos here, and now we need to pick which ones we want. So we're just going to scroll down. We'll use high-rise at number 1, and here it is. Your image is selected as low quality. It will give you a warning and then tell you no credits will be issued for using a low quality image. That means that if you print your document, you get it in the mail, you get your flyer, and you look at it and you say, wow, this picture really just doesn't look good, it's because you upload a low quality photo. So we'll do it again for this next one. We'll get the same warning. And again for this one, which is a medium, so it didn't bring up the warning. And again for that one, which is a low, so we'll get the warning. Now remember in the beginning we said, well, if I choose black or blue, it doesn't matter which one you choose, because you can change it right here. So we originally chose black. We're going to switch it over to blue. Alright, now we're into the details section. This is where you're going to be entering in all the information that you want to convey on your flyer, and it's going to be unique to you. There's a couple things that are already set up here in default as part of the flyer, but feel free to change them if you'd like. Now, with flyers that have a lot of fields, and this one does, you can see as you scroll down, what I like to do is kind of create a roadmap for myself first. So where it says here, inside left headline, I am going to type inside left headline.